Jamestown was founded in 1607, and that began the colonization of today's American colonies. Today, the colonies have divided themselves into three sections: religious New England, liberal middle colonies, and the aristocratic South. Each colony has their own different society and economy and events that helped shape it into the form it is today. I recently made a trip to the colonies and hope that I can share what I learned to my friends and colleagues back home in England. Hello?
Welcome!
I want to first ask you, why did you come to New World?
It has to do with our religion. You see, we are pilgrims. We separated from the Church of England. It was too Catholic. Also because we feared justification. We came to the New World in the Mayflower. After that, we created the Mayflower Compact, and under the leadership of Captain Miles Standish, we survived.
What about the Native Americans?
Yes, they were very important. I remember my grandfather was one of the originals who celebrated Thanksgiving after they helped us survive. But after the Great English Migration, many of those Native Americans started to attack us for stealing their land. They don't even use it. They show their true faces after the Big Quat War and King Philip's War. We even formed the New England Confederation to protect ourselves from those savages. Excuse me, but I need to go to the market to buy supplies. My husband will come home from shipbuilding, and my boys will soon finish the farming chores and wood cutting. Can you join me?
Sure.
That Immortal and Hutchinson! Down with the Puritan! Introducing the Halfway Covenant. I'm so fearful about our society. We need stricter blue laws, states, and trials, like in Salem, to get our society back on track. Like John Winthrop said, we are a city upon a hill. I only wish there were more people like the pastors in the Great Awakening. They were so hot. Am I gonna go to hell for that?
Well, I truly enjoy staying with you. I wish you and your husband a really good day. Wow, the soil here is so fertile. Excuse me, ma'am, where am I?
Why, we are one of the busiest marketplaces in all of Philadelphia. Here, the food is exported out of the colonies. Philadelphia and New York are one of the busiest commercial centers of trade.
You must have a lot of food here.
Yes, we have more food than all of the other colonies. That is why we are called the breadbasket colonies. Would you like to go to our farmhouse and see how we run things?
Sure, I'd love to. What are your children working on?
Well, the boys are harvesting and growing the plants, while the girls are sewing and mending the clothes.
I'm curious, what is your government and religion like?
Well, you see, I am a Quaker. We believe in spiritual equality of both men and women. I am also a pacifist, and we also have a democratic government where colonists are represented in legislative assemblies.
Very interesting. And what does your husband do?
He is out building ships and cutting trees. He's coming home any minute now. Would you like to stay for dinner?
No, that's okay. I need to get going. Your land is almost as rich as the middle colonies.
Oh, why thank you. But all they have are wheat and grain. We actually have cash. Well, I actually mean that we grow cash crop. We grow tobacco and rice, but I'm a South Carolina gal, so I mostly grow tobacco and rice and indigo.
You must need a lot of help for those crops. It seems impossible.
Well, yes, I do. Of course, silly. But wait, are you one of the... No, I'm sorry. You're dressed too fancy. But those old England people, they really want to move to America. So I let them in, but then they have to work for me. They don't work forever, but they work long enough. But I feel like they're so rowdy sometimes. I really want to buy some slaves, but they're so expensive.
I'm so surprised you're a woman.
Yes, I know, but after my husband died, I ended up owning the estate. But I realized I needed to take care of myself. But you know, it's really hard to stay single, especially after all these men. Yes, I would like children too, but it's so hard to have children in the South. Well, I mean keep them, because it's so dangerous in the South. We have diseases such as yellow fever and malaria. Even the grown men can be taken by such diseases. So you see, having a family in the South is almost impossible.
Oh, I see a picture of the king.
Oh yes, I belong to the Church of England, but you English folks, sometimes the stuff you do, I really don't like it, such as your Navigation Act. Do you know how much the price of tobacco is dropping these days? I can't even make a profit.
It's not entirely my fault.
Well, then whose fault is it? You know what's happening right now? A bunch of poor southern farmers trying to take over this land. I don't really agree with them, but still, you and your old English folks, I mean, like, we don't even have good relationships with the Indians, so what do? I told you, the South isn't a safe place.
I should get going then.
Well, I hope you like your stay here.